Yahoo! Yahoo! Good afternoon, minasan! Was I accidentally muted? Maybe. Nah. I only meant to unmute just then, so you didn't actually miss anything. Hello. How are we doing on this lovely Friday? Friday, innit? End of the week. It feels like it's been 10 years since I last streamed. I was like nervous to start. I'm like, do I remember how set thing up? What if don't remember how set thing up? What if accidentally don't put chat up? What if accidentally etc. But if you could not tell from the absolutely chaotic thumbnail. ちょっと待ってね。There we go. これはどうですか? That should be good. But the thumbnail for today was like so dramatic. There's so much going on. We have Ukyo-san, we have Moses-san and Limbo-san. We have the heroine from Amnesia. We have Teota-chan, my wife, and Iki. I think the thumbnail turned out pretty cool, so I hope you guys will enjoy today. It has been a bit though. It has been a while. What are you all up to? How's it been? Personally, I am quite relaxed today. I say while speaking really quickly as if I'm not relaxed at all. But I submit my most stressful assessment because I'm very good at having dreams about my assessments. I was having this one dream for so long and I was kind of going insane. You know how when things are like not as fun, then your brain starts trying to compensate by being like, oh, imagine you are a beautiful princess and you are married to 15 billion wives and life is wonderful and splendid for you. Right? Please agree with me. So I kept having those dramatic dreams and dramatic imaginations and I'd wake up like, oh, I miss my dream wife, right? だよね? But then after I submit that assessment, I stopped having those dreams. It's like, Doshite, why would you take my beautiful dreams away? But then I had new assessment, another stressful one. But now I've finished that one. What will my dreams be like? Will they be better? Will they be worse? Who can tell? Nobody can tell. Clearly not me. I can't tell. But today we are drawing keychains. Because I got to meet up with a good new friend, right? And she also draws otome stuff. And we were like, what if we did a convention together? What if we both made keychains and stuff? So that's what I'm doing! I have Mozu here, I have Limbo. I wanted this one to be like a food themes one. Because if you see the thumbnail, I have the Amnesia characters and they have like a Valentine's theme. They have the heart there. And then she also has the heart, right? So I was like, what's a new theme I could do? Food! And we're so excited. Because I asked my friend like, oh, what hair accessory should I give Telta? And my friend's like, oh, you should give her pizza. And I'm like, pizza? Pizza? Pizza! That's why we have pizza here. And then we have Limbo with his burger. And we have Mozu with his orange juice. I kind of just assumed he liked orange juice. I hope he's not allergic to oranges or something. That would be a bit sad. And I have my pose references up here. Okay, let me just show you which one is which. So, Mozu da yo is this pose. And then this pose. And then this pose. And then this pose. I'm kind of doing them in order. But I struggled a lot with crow's pose. So hopefully we can do that today. Because as per usual, roommate Aru dakara ne, it will be struggles if she comes back. It'll end when she comes back, okay? And if I can't get his body, then I'm just gonna go render these ones because I'll just give up. But I'd like to try doing this body again. How is everyone? みんなはどこ? どうですか? And have any of you watched the Kung Fu Panda movies? You may be like, oh Yufu, of course I watched the Kung Fu Panda movies. Everyone has watched the Kung Fu Panda movies. So I started binge watching them. Because you can rent them on YouTube for like $3-4 to get just the standard definition, right? But you only get like 48 hours. Like back in the day when we rented stuff, right? Where we could actually go in person to the stores to rent stuff. Weren't they longer than 48 hours? Weren't they usually like, oh yeah, you could have it for like 2 weeks or something? Or is that just like wishful thinking? Wishful remembering? Being like, oh, the past wasn't like that. It was how I wanted it to be. In the past, I totally was allowed to borrow things for 10 years. What happens though when like the borrowing places close? Because you can like borrow games and stuff, right? I don't remember what you called those places because they shut down when I was kind of young. But what happens if you're just keeping it? And you don't give it back on time? You just keep it forever and ever? Do they come fight you? Or are they like, oh, we don't have enough money to come fight you? In that case, どうですか? Because I still feel bad. I remember when I was younger, I went to like a cousin's house, like a cousin of a cousin. And we played Mario Party 8 there. And it became my favorite game for like 5 years after that. For like 5 years, I loved Mario Party 8. And we were just borrowing it for like a week or something. And then we just never gave it back. We just never gave it back. And I brought it up to my dad a few years later, like, were we meant to give that back? And my dad's like, yeah, we should have done that. Why didn't we do that? But then I told my mom, and she was like, oh yeah, they gave it to us. I was like, oh. So I spent years being like, oh, maybe we never brought it back. When they just gave it to us? I mean, I like to think they gave it to us. But that was back on the ancient console, the Wii. Does anyone still use the Wii? Like, I remember using the Wii when the Wii U came out and I already felt old. I was like, oh, this is so out of date. Nobody uses the Wii anymore. But I was the only person I knew who owned a Wii. But I really wish... Because, like, I never got, like, PlayStation or Xbox. I never really used them. None of my friends had them. We never got them, so I never knew how they worked. But, like, I always hear people's stories of being like, oh yeah, I went to my friend's place and I got to play 50 billion different games. I wish I had friends who had, like, Xbox and stuff. I could have grown up to be an Xbox girly. Hello! How are you? Welcome! I was just yapping about, like, Xboxes and Wiis and stuff. And if you had those friends when you were younger who you would go over to their house and play the games. Because I didn't have friends who were gamers when I was younger, so I was just thinking like, wow, my life would be so much different if I grew up with like Xbox. I would be an Xbox girly. I hope you are doing well. I'm currently drawing these chibis. We just started on doing the body here. I had done these ones beforehand, but I hope to get all the sketches done today, so there's just one more after him. And yeah, then we'll get to rendering, baby. I also wanted to show you guys, there's this really cool technique, not technique, but like brush thing that I saw on Twitter. That if you put things on a, what you would call it, vector layer, you can do your lines really messy like this, right? And then you could just use the vector eraser and it just like cuts off the ends. And it's so convenient. Benny da yo. So cute, thank you. I really hope that when I finish the set, then I can make them into keychains and then I can sell them at a convention. Wouldn't it be so cute? Would you buy them? Would you buy them? This is not emotional manipulation. You did make it in time. Hello, welcome. This is my wife, by the way. I love her. Happy Pride Month, by the way, everyone. I'm gonna go do some Pride stuff tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna show up and see if there's food trucks, because I've never done that kind of stuff before. But, yeah, oh, that's not the right reference. Did I delete the one with the clothing I needed? Because, you know how chibi designs are usually a lot simpler. I usually have the normal reference for their clothing, and then I have like a chibi reference, so I can see how much the official artist simplified it, and so I can kind of copy that. You know? You know? Because let me see if I still have the other... Let me see if this will open or if this will crash everything, because it's a really big file size. Because before these Busterfellows ones, I did Keychains for Amnesia, but I had trouble trying to decide how rendered I wanted them, like how much shading, how much lighting. And I'm going to show you my difficulties in a second. Okay, look at them! Aren't they cute? Hello! Hello! Do you like my amnesialings? But I wanted to just show. No sound because you're in a work meeting. Okay, you're just gonna have to trust that I'm speaking to you. Do you feel this telepathy from me into your soul? Okay. No, wrong pen. Can you hear me inside your mind? How do you draw a brain? How do people... It's like... That's a really bad drawing of my brain. Cried. But thank you! Thank you! Directly in my brain. Yay! Okay, but I wanted to show the difficulties I had with choosing how rendered I wanted them to be. Hello! These are my keychain designs that I did before. These are the ones we're working on today, but I just wanted to show something real quick. And it was... Oh, this is what it looks like base colored. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. I was trying to decide how rendered I wanted them. Because obviously, true rendered is gonna look... Like, this one was my true rendered one. You might be like, oh, but the detail is nice. I feel like the eyes are a bit scary, a bit distracting. Especially if it's gonna be really small size. So I was like, how complex do I want this to look? And then there were some ones that were just like the base color. I was thinking maybe it would look good without any shading. I decided against it. And then I was like, what about the 2000s Moe eyes? What do you think about that? But in the end, I went with it like that. Instead of too detailed. More simple. Too detailed. More simple. So that was my thought process there. I was trying to decide how detailed. I still kind of like this one as well. But I don't know if I like this one as much as that one. Yeah. But what's under there? I'm not gonna guess. I know exactly what's under there, but you can't fool me. But I think I accidentally got rid of my reference layer for what this guy's clothes were meant to look like, so I'm just gonna get that real quick. I'm just gonna Crow Busterfellows 2. Because Busterfellows is my favorite game of all time. The protagonist is Telta. She's so cute. She's that girly I drew over there. Why am I angry? Oh, that's because I typed 2. And she's like such a feisty MC, and I love that. Wait, no, I had the reference on my phone. That's why I didn't have it here. But on that, I'm not gonna fall for it, okay? Give up, child of joy. Okay, I have my reference on my phone, so you're just gonna have to trust me. He's wearing like a red jacket. His original outfit actually is really ugly. Let me show it to you what his original outfit looks like. So I was trying to decide, did I want to draw their first game clothes or their second game clothes? But their first game clothes is so questionable. Like, what is my man's wearing? Where's a good picture? Where's a good picture? Only when you're looking for bad pictures of someone do you find the good pictures of someone. It's like the Earth is trying to attack me. Can you believe this? Has the Earth ever tried to attack you in such a way? I wish this model would show my absolute disappointment. Okay, I got like a half body picture of how questionable his old clothes were. Look at this! What are you wearing? Mister, you are an adult. Oh, I forgot the twirly bit at the top of his hair. Okay, let us unpack the... I just noticed something even weirder. There is a hand. There is a hand here. I don't like that. And then we have the ones that aren't like the same length. And then we have 2 separate patterns. And then we have this really big, chunky coat, and that has like bright green underneath. I'm judging. I am in fact judging. So if it was between that or is a somewhat better red one, I'm gonna do the red one. I'm gonna do the red one. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Let us begin by doing them as layers. So he has like a normal kind of shirt underneath. And then he has a jacket. You could just try and draw the jacket on top, but I find it easier to draw the underlayer first. And it's kind of like just a big fluffy shirt. Don't we all like those big fluffy shirts? Because I love summer, because you could just wear like a big t-shirt and shorts, and that's comfy, right? But then so many people I talk to, because a lot of my friends are really fashionable, and I'm not as fashionable. They are like lifting my fashion standards though, because I'm like, I have to match up to you. And one of the, like the Otome girly, right? Who was gonna do a store with me? Her fashion is genuinely like the fashion I want to do, but like at a higher, better level. So I'm like, I gotta log in with my fashion. Like how are you guys getting into fashion? Because as a kid, I really did not care at all about fashion. I was like, why would you wear like specific clothing? Like, it's just clothing. It doesn't even matter. But then now I'm like, wow. Some people are so good with fashion, and they're so pretty, and they know what goes with what so well. Because sure, I know art. I can be like, yeah, brown looks good with like green, for example. But if I had to make an outfit, I would be picking all the wrong browns and all the wrong greens. Like, I know the theory on a basic level, but not more than that, right? But you have like fashion icons. Someone who's like, oh, I will have your style. Maybe it's because I've just been like in the anime space so long that I only like anime type clothing. And there's not like an anime type clothing role model I've seen in my life. Interesting, fool. And like long skirts especially have such like a mature vibe, but they're so pretty. Like you could have anything with a long skirt. You could have like a cardigan type thing. Ooh, and then you could have like a flower. Like flower shaped buttons. That could be cute. But then if you give it, like pair it with like a long skirt. Isn't that so pretty? Isn't it so pretty? Yes! Yay! Right? And then you add a scarf, because I feel like scarves are just so cute. I saw a scarf actually. And like down here, it was cat-shaped. It was like a cat scarf or something. And I was so tempted to get it. But I have that awful thing of being like, oh, if I'm not hungry, I can't buy food. If I'm not cold, I can't buy warm clothes. And it's like, why am I like this? They also had really cute cat gloves as well. I don't remember how they were like cat-shaped. Maybe they had like cat ears at this part. And it was like that. Maybe. I should really like get my cat fashion ready for winter. Because like I live in Australia, right? And it's like winter now, but it's not that cold. It's like finally getting cold. I live where it's a bit warmer than my dad lives. And I was calling my dad yesterday. And he was like, yep, it's finally winter. It's finally getting cold. It should have been getting cold a long time ago. Global warming is real. Welcome back though, welcome back. We're talking about global warming and temperature for clothing. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying ages ago. Because a lot of my really fashionable friends, right, they're like, oh, I don't like summer because I can't have pretty layers on. Which, you know, that is true. That is true. If you love your fashion and your layers, then winter is probably better for you, right? But I do like the big shirt and then shorts. Look. And then if you're in Australia, you have your flip-flops on as well. I almost instinctively... Do you guys like flip-flops? Maybe that's a really random question. With the attention span of a rock? Some people with 4 layers of clothing even in the heat. Unfortunately, that was me. Wait, is that the right way the hand? No, that's not the way the hand goes. It's the other way, isn't it? No, I was right the first time. Because I used to wear a lot of layers. Even when it was warm. You know, it's gonna sound really bad, but a lot of the time it was because I was too lazy to hold the layers and I didn't want to carry them. So I was like, you know what, I'll just wear them. I'll just wear them. But I also get cold a lot quicker than a lot of people I know. Because I have my roommate, right? And a lot of the time she's like, oh, let's turn the aircon on. And I already have a blanket on, so I'm like, yeah, the aircon, that's fine. No, I really don't mind. The aircon is nice. I have the aircon on right now. Okay, I think that's cute. That's a lot better than the other ones I'd done before. Forearms turned. See, I don't think that's. I'm now like holding my hand out. That's why I paused, because I'm trying to be like, wait a sec. See, I don't think it's right, but I don't think it looks too bad. You know? Because, oh, wait. I have an idea. Because in my last... Where's the layer? In my last attempt at drawing his body, I put like a hot dog... What have I done? Okay, we'll just get rid of that. Sure. I had given him like a hot dog. Because I want them all to have food theme, right? And I was having the hot dog like that, right? And he'd be holding the hot dog. Because he has Tilda with the pizza clip and the Limpo with the burger and Mozu with the juice, right? So I'd given him a hot dog and he's kind of holding it out like an Animal Crossing when they get a fish. It's like, wow, look at this! But I just had an idea. What about? If he's like, how do I hold things? Okay, if I do it like that, right? And he's holding churros. Isn't that yummy? Okay, I don't know if they look like churros or if they look like a random pen or something. But I think we can do this. I think we can make this work. Do you believe? Do you have faith? Do you believe in the power of not having the Miss Vector layers? What happened? Why aren't you on Vector layer? How do I hold things? True. It's kind of like he kind of looks like a toddler holding a pen for the first time or something. He's like, look what I can hold. Okay, let me get a reference picture of churros so we can all get really hungry. Because yes, churros are so yummy. I feel like, I don't know, it feels like such a hot girl thing to hold churros. It's such a stupid thing in my mind. But for some reason, churros have like such a cool girl vibe. But I feel like a lot of people don't even know what churros are. So I don't know where I got that belief from. But, because there are a lot of weird things I thought were like sexy as a child. Not like, you know, but you know what I mean. I thought they gave you like riz. For example, for some reason I thought it was really cool when you were like in the sun and you had to like cover, like, you know how you have the hand over your, you know, so like the sun doesn't go in your eyes? When I was a kid, you do not relate. When I was a kid, I was like, wow, those people are so cool. They have so much aura. They're the coolest ever. Just for having their hand over their eyes like that, I thought that was so cool. Also, for some reason, I thought, like, you know when you're cold and you're, like, kind of trying to warm yourself up, you kind of, like, cross your arms. Like, this hand is trying to warm up this arm and this hand is trying to warm up this arm. I thought, like, that pose, specifically when you're trying to warm up, I thought that was so cool. There is no reason to any of this, but I just thought that was like attractive. There is no reason. Who rests their head at like a desk. Oh, okay, let me draw that. So like pretend they're like at school or something and they're just like resting their head like that. Like, right? I see it. And people cross their arms naturally as a pose. Okay, well, maybe not like cross, but like, you know how like if you warm it, your arm kind of goes like up. What? Your hand kind of goes up and down your arm, like trying to keep warm. You know, it was really specific. I also thought as a kid that earmuffs were like the most fashionable thing you could ever own. And anyone who owned them, I was like, whoa, you're so cool. You're so pretty and so beautiful and you are so good at everything ever. like, my dad talked about earmuffs once, and he was like, they're kind of useless, and I was like, oh, but oh. I was so upset about it for no reason. And the bangs, the hair that covers one side, like the. I feel like a lot of us did this in school as like in art, just so we didn't have to draw the other eye. But I thought it was so cool too. I thought it was so cool. Why is it cool when you're a kid? Is it because it's like the mystery? It's like, ooh, I don't know what this is. Ooh, ooh. Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay, let me make these chairs a bit more curved. Headphones are low-key the coolest accessories growing up. Like any outfit, they just become 10%. Maybe it's because like a lot of people don't generally have like hair accessories, and headphones and earmuffs count as hair accessories. Because that's what my issue was with drawing the other like characters. I was like, why do they look so boring? It's because I don't have a hair accessory. Ooh, a hair accessory. Okay, these don't look like churros anymore, do they? Maybe I should go back to the mink sticks. But yeah, because what other hair accessories do people usually have? But I do want to get earmuffs for the winter, because I can have cool rizfulness. I love making up new words that do not make sense. Composition in real life? Truly. Is there so much art in the real world? And I'm so glad there's so much art in the real world. I love art. Art is the best. Like, I think there were studies saying that once you have enough money to like live off forever, you kind of naturally just transition into doing art. Like, if you don't need to work for a living, maybe you'll start painting. Maybe you'll start crocheting. Maybe you'll start singing. Maybe you'll start playing an instrument, right? I do like that when people say hobbies, generally what people think is arts, right? Because I was discussing with someone, do you consider going to the gym a hobby? Like, I guess technically it's a hobby, right? But in my mind, it's more like work. Maybe it's because I just don't go to the gym myself. But when I think of hobby, I always think of something creative. It might just be because I was like taught that, oh, do a hobby, oh, just draw or something, that I kind of associate hobbies with creative stuff. I don't know, so would you consider going to the gym a hobby? I had like these little frog earmuffs, they got so sad. Like each ear had like a frog on it. Let me try and draw that real quick. Okay, that look like, they kind of look like fries, but you know, that's fine, American food, fries. Okay, so kind of like a head. And then you're enjoying your life as a little baby. And then you casually have, I don't know how to draw a frog. But like, pretend these are frogs, man. That's it. Okay, this frog looks a bit better, but like that. That's kind of cute. That's kind of cute. I feel like fashion for kids is just so much cuter. They need to like up the fashion for adults. They should have more whimsical things. Oh, I do like that. I do think that looks good. Oh, I forgot to give him the jacket. Sorry, Crow, you don't get your jacket because I forgot about it. I just forgot about your jacket. He kind of looks cute without the jacket. If I can't get the jacket to look good, I'm just going to go without the jacket. But I would try my best. It's a frog head. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I wish they would do things like that. I wish it was like socially acceptable to go into work like that. Because I told my friend who has like a office job, right? Like office desk, table, store, whatever you call it, like the main normal job. Right, and I was like, as a kid, I always wanted to be able to go to work in like fluffy pajamas or something, and they could have like polka dots or cat heads on it. And I'm like, didn't you think so too? And she kind of looked at me and she was like, no, I never thought that actually. I always wanted to wear like cool suits and stuff. And I'm like, you wanted to go and wear suits when you grew up, and you wanted to work wearing a suit where you could wear PJs? I was so confused. I was like, girl, but why? Why would you do that? Why? Okay, let me try and draw this jacket on now. It's only been half hour. That's crazy. Okay. So, the jacket kind of goes like, whoop, kind of goes around the back like that. For that, I've started your own business that you can wear PJs all the time, right? Because like I'm doing psych, so I might become a clinical psychologist, which is really cool because it means you get to like work in a fluffy office if you want. You can like set it up however you want. Because you know, sometimes it's really funny because the place I have has like a normal GP place and therapy in the same place, kind of, except like you turn right for blood, you turn left for the other one, right? And one side is like these really stiff grey buildings, grey rooms, right? It's just grey with grey and it's really sad. But then you turn the other way, it's like the therapy and counselling rooms, and it's like, it's all fluffy with couches and nice plants. It's like, okay, clearly I know which one I'd rather work at. Like, wouldn't that be nice? And I could have like ukiyo on my walls. Okay, I wouldn't, but like, and then you could always like start your own private practice, right? Because that's where all the money comes in. And then, hey, it could be like, ooh, you could specifically theme it around like wearing pajamas. And it's like a pajama party type counseling. But like, you could also do it specifically for like VTubers. I could be like, you know, I'm gonna be the first VTuber psychologist. And I specialize only with VTubers. I feel like I get no clients, because like, that's really, really niche. But you never know. You never know. Because aren't there like therapists for like hitmen in anime? It's like, oh yeah, wanna go, you're a hitman, right? Wanna see this therapist? And they're like, yeah, I know what it's like when you can't kill someone on time. It must be really difficult. Like, yeah, I feel like you should be reporting that if you're not a hitman psychologist. Should I have something we can attach to art being for the purpose of making your own masterpieces that peek into how you want others and yourself to feel with it? Do you mean like, so you can create art so people can understand you more and you can understand other people more? Get like a peek into other people's life kind of thing? Because truly, I saw a really, really good animation on Twitter that's kind of going around. It's about like eating disorders though, so if you don't want to watch it, you should not watch it. But it has so much symbolism and stuff, right? Like, even the color theory is so good. They color everything green, like healthy apples, blah blah blah. All the unhealthy things is red, like it's meat. It's not like as healthy, right? But then there's a dress the main character really wants to get into, but the dress is colored red. Like, you thought that far with that many like motifs, and wowie. Artist is so amazing, and like everyone was saying that's such a good representation. I agree, that was like really, really good. You want to share the sentiment with art? Depends on the purpose. Like the sentiment of love and happiness and kindness. I'm not really sure, man. I'm not really sure. But definitely, it's because like I want to share the joy of liking these characters, right? Because it's like a niche and a niche and a niche. It's like I love the Buster Fellows characters so much. I love them so much. But they're so niche that nobody knows them, so there's no merch of them unless I make that merch of them. But then I have that difficulty of like, what about when I don't like a character, but I still have to draw it for the set? And my friend was like, well, in that case, right, just think about the people who do want to see it. And they'll be so excited when they see their favorite character. And I was like, oh, that's true. Altruistic icon, what did I say? Why are you guys laughing? What did I do? Anyway, does that jacket look fine? I think that jacket looks fine. Without jacket? With jacket. Yeah, I think it looks better with the jacket, actually. I think that fixes the composition a bit. Good job, me. Wow, that only took like 5 tries. Genuinely, I tried to draw that like body 5 times and it was not going well. But now it looks okay. Daijobu. Do-do-do. Looks amazing. Thank you. Now I can get rid of these references. Okay. Just one more to sketch, then we can base color. Oh, I'm gonna have to extend the canvas. I really hope that everything doesn't crash when I extend the canvas, because maybe it's gonna be too big. Maybe it's too big. I think they look good. I think they look cute. I still like Tilta Vest. Oh, it did expand. Okay, cool. I didn't even notice. I was so distracted. I keep getting distracted by things. I had this really stupid moment the other day where I had 3 things on my desk, right? And these were 3 things I loved, right? They were new purchases. I'd gone to Daiso and spent 40 bucks. And I never knew you could spend 40 bucks at Daiso, but I did spend 40 bucks at Daiso, right? Let me show you my desk layout so you can see the trouble. Okay, so that's the desk, right? And then the laptop goes here. Making scent to everyone, making scent. Oh, I didn't draw it on the right layer type. Okay, that is the desk. That is the laptop. Wakaru yo? Wakaru? And then I had Telta, my plush, in like a carry case. And then I had another carry case, right? With a badge in it. Because there's this really cool thing, like, you know how badges you can't really take places? You kind of have to keep them in their bag or on their thingy? I'm explaining things so well right now. Okay, so badge, right? Badge. What are you going to do with a badge? You can put it on a bag, you can put it on a shirt, but you can't, like, attach it to anything. You can't, like, carry it as a keychain. But this thing I got was, like, a really cute packaging with, like, different patterns on it. And you can attach this one with like a keychain. So it's like a badge to keychain convert. Anyway, I'm so off topic. But yes. I was trying to make the jacket a bit shorter than the shirt. Because that's what the original design looked like. I don't know if it was like as short as I did. But I think it's okay. He just has strange style. You just have to trust that he is strange. But I do like him because he's the underboss of the coolness. And he's kind of a loser, but he's cute. Okay? There is some tiny details. Right? I'm low-key mad that, where is it? This one, right? Ah, there are so many Ukios! Okay, where is it? Where are you? Hello, MC? What? Where are you? Oh, there you are. I thought you disappeared and I was like, where'd you go? Okay, so I kind of got her design wrong. I keep getting so distracted and changing topic, right? But whatever. I'll get back to it. So the actual design has her flower on the hat instead of, you know, off the hat. So I really hope someone's not like, oh, that's AI. But the thing is, I wasn't drawing the hat well. So I just gave up and didn't draw the hat. So I was like, you know what? Let's add a hair accessory. Let's put the flower from the hat on her head. And then I was like, it doesn't look like her without the hat. So I put the hat back. But now the flower's not on the hat. And I'm like, I'm not changing that. So it's just like not correct. But I'm just going to hope no one says it's AI because I'm lazy. The Daiso theme song, it was stuck in my head for so long after I went to Daiso. But how did it go again? Oh my god, it's gonna come into my head like in 20 minutes time, and it's, yeah. Badge being convertible into a keychain, right? Right. I know, it's lovely. It was so lovely. Right, I was talking about this. So I had this, and then there was something else, right? Okay, I'm gonna do it like a maybe I'll draw like a red circle, right? And then here I am. But then at one time I look over. And this one is gone. This one is gone. But I don't remember what it was. As soon as it disappeared, I was like, what was that? What the? There were 3 things here. I know there were 3 things here. Because I loved all 3 of them so much. I'm sure there were 3 things here. And I was like having a moment. I was crashing out on like voice message. I was like, I had something here. I had 3 things and I really loved them, but I genuinely cannot remember what the 3rd thing is. I can't find it on the floor. Can't find it in the bin. Did I drop it? Did I lose it? Literally, I can't find anything ever. What is this? What did I lose? Right? And like 3 days passed and I'm still like, what did I lose? What was that? It was important. It was like my second of like the 3 things that I loved. Like I really liked all 3, but that was like my second favorite of those. But I genuinely can't remember what it was. But I just bought it. What was it? And I still don't remember what it was. And like, how do I forget what it is? But I had this really stupid moment today where I think I may have figured out what that red thing was. I think it was my phone. I think it was just my phone here. And of course I would move my phone, but it had like keychains on it. So maybe in my brain, I like considered it one of 3 things here. But when I moved it, I was like, I'm missing something there. What am I missing? There is something missing here. I was having a moment for no reason. We're back. Okay, take your time. Take your time. I did lose my soul, and I can't believe it. What is my problem? Okay, now the final person we have to draw is Shu. Ooh, Shu has the cool cover word eye, so maybe it's not that hard to draw. I just assumed it'd be harder to draw because he's like a cool character, and I usually draw like cute characters. So I was kind of like, oh no. Dosiru, yo. Dosiru, how am I gonna do that? Let me get up a reference of Crow from the second game. Oh, wait, I don't like his second game clothing. But I like everyone else's second game clothing better, so I choose that. Let me see if I can get references for Shu from Buster Bellows. And in the meantime, feel free to think of some like foods that I can draw him with. Okay, maybe the outfit's not as bad. No, it's pretty bad. Well, it's not that bad, actually. It's not that bad. This is his Season 2 outfit. So, like, second game outfit. He does not strike me as the type to have ripped jeans. Because this guy's, like, 29 or something. I guess 29 is not that old. But, like, he looks old. And he's, like, his soul is old. So I was kind of not expecting, like, the really tight ripped jeans. What do you mean? Is this not normal levels of energy? Are you sure you haven't simply missed me? I was like really nervous to stream today though. I was like, I haven't streamed in a week. How does one stream? I forgot. I think it's fine. I think we're chilling. Artificial Red Bull mascot. You know, if they wanted me to be the mascot, I would take it. You know, sponsor me Red Bull. If you give me 20 cans, I guess. Then I guess I will promote you. I don't really drink, but like I totally drink. I don't. But on the topic, because I was just thinking why I said 20 is because I was like, oh, but then I can give the 20 to people, and then it reminded me of this other story. So you have to go through this cutscene now. So basically at this uni, we have to spend money, like put money on a card for food payments. Because they have some like restaurants and stuff, and it's basically to make sure you're not just paying for the accommodation, then you can't afford food, and etc, etc, etc. And the thing is, when you average it out, it's like 20 bucks a day, which, you know, makes sense, 20 bucks when each food is maybe like $10, $20. So you can have like a meal or two on your meal card each day to make sure that you're actually eating and you're not starving, right? That makes sense. See, the thing is, I am small. One food item at the uni lasts me like 2 meals. And then I'm unfortunately addicted to cup noodles. So I eat like a cup noodle a day. So I'm not spending the 20 bucks a day I'm meant to be spending. And now I have to spend $35 a day to use up all my money. And genuinely, I've been like thinking of different plans on how to use up all this money. So I'm high-key like, maybe on Monday I would just buy a whole bunch from the grocery store at the uni. Because we can't use it on like this small store. It doesn't have everything. It doesn't have like fresh grocery things. It's got like tissues, soaps, salami, sticks. It's not a great selection, but they have some chocolate, so I'm like, okay, I really need to use this money. Like, seriously, I need to use it. So every single time I go to class, maybe I'll bring them chocolate, and I'll be like, please eat this. It's gonna be a waste of money otherwise. I might like be that desperate, or I might like buy a trolley to like bring around the uni, like, anyone want free stuff? Yeah, anyway. Rich people problems. Hey, I had to put this money on the card. We had to. If we didn't do that, we weren't allowed to stay on campus. So we had to do it, and I just can't eat fast enough, okay? If Monster Truck backflip as a debut to Red Bull commercials, it would be my first commercial work for Red Bull. Okay, if you guys want to yell, I mean, I guess I could just like email Red Bull and be like, hey, do you want someone with way too much energy who likes to drink? Please sponsor me, and I will literally just drink like 6 Red Bulls and become a space engine and just explode on stream, and that could be like good advertising. please. Okay, but I learned this new technique for drawing the face shape, because I would always struggle with like trying to size it around, like where does this part go, like where what, like does it go like that, or 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 does it like go like that, or like that, or like that, or like that. I found out a technique so I don't have to struggle as much. So basically you use the eye, or like the nose and the mouth, put the mouth there for now, as a guide, and then you kind of like draw diagonal lines, and so like this area will be the part where it protrudes the most, and then it goes in here, so it'd be like wee. Okay, well that doesn't look that good, but you're gonna have to pretend that makes logical sense. The guide is right. Me following the guide is not as right, but the guide is right. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Makes sense, I think. Anything but real guidelines for drawing the face? Truly, truly. I can't believe it takes learning to become good at art. What do you mean I have to learn thing? What do you mean I have to study thing? What do you mean I have to do those box exercises that seem really, really boring? What do you mean? Unless I find like a box-shaped husband. Maybe I should like look for a box-shaped husband. Or I'm not gonna have the motivation to like draw all the boxes. You know what I mean? What I mean? All those exercises. Yeah, I can't believe it takes learning to get good at things, right? I can't believe that. What do you mean growth isn't just naturally? You don't just naturally become a god at things by doing it for a billion hours. But like the stupid. Wait, I can't even think of how that would look. That's not like that. Like, and then no. See, I severely need to do these box exercises because that's not it, fam. Oh, is it like further like down? Okay, well, kind of. I mean, you know, and then like like okay, and then you like make the angle more significant and whatever. Art isn't real. Art is a lie. Art exists only in my mind. Real artists don't draw. That's kind of true though. A lot of artists don't draw because drawing takes a lot of time and effort and it's tiring. And draw that really simplifies how to do without any boxes, just general understanding of the ear, eyes, nose, and eye. So. Perhaps I shall study that. You know, some crazy things about the eye. Let me try and draw an eye. Wait, where is it? Is it this part? Like you would see underneath this eye part? No. But there are like so many really small details as well. Like, can you see this part of the eye? Or is that hidden by blob? Okay, I can't explain this good enough. You're gonna have to trust me that the eye is hard, and that's why we do simplified eyes. Teehee! Teehee! Okay, this guy is like a grumpy face. He's like all the time, like a. There we go. He's like slightly disgruntled by the state of the eye is hard. True. Yes, exactly. Accurate quote. This guy's like, ugh, the world exists. Why the world exists? Doshite. Okay, I think that's good for head shape, and now I can just destroy it by covering it with hair. Are those eyes too big? Yeah, those eyes are too big. I'm gonna shrink the eyes. He's definitely a lot more serious than the others, so his eyes should be smaller. Should reflect the seriousness. And I'll make them smaller. And once again, I'm gonna go look for a chibi reference so I can see how they simplified the hair, because if I look at that hair, I'm gonna crash out and cry because what the skibbity. Okay, let me find my reference. Is there any official chibi anywhere? Chibi, come out, wherever you are. Or don't if you don't want to, but you're like totally should because it would make me feel a bit happy. Urashifu. Life wa urashi. If you find me a good reference, onegaishimasu. That's not the same hairstyle. There are a lot of him with different hair. Okay, I guess I could use a plushie. I use a plushie as a chibi reference. The plushies are so cute though. Where is this? Where's this reference gone? All the way at the top right. Look at that fluffle. Yesterday? Happy birthday, Vivian. Yes! Happy birthday, Vivian. Happy birthday. O tanjoubi omedetou. Did you do anything cool and snazzy for the tanjoubi? I can draw you a cake. What flavors we thinking? Okay, let's sing happy birthday. I need you all to sing, and I need it to come from your heart, okay? Ooh, we'll do a full cake then. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Vivian. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Yay! Happy birthday! Would you like to blow out your candles? There we go, all blown out! Woo! I hope you made a good wish. Ihi. Did you guys believe in wishing on stars? Do you guys believe in wishing on stars? Do you think watching Lilo and Stitch would make people want to wish on stars? Because I don't think I like really knew what wishing on stars was until like Lilo and Stitch. Have hot pot? I went to a movie, see my movie with my sister. Ooh, yes. I hope you had fun with that. I haven't had hot pot in ages. Hot pot is so yummy though. I feel like all food should be as hot as hot pot. It should all just come straight off the heat always. Every meal should be eaten at a trillion bajillion degrees. Do you agree? 2-1 Salban? Oh, welcome back! Okay, let me delete the eye a bit here because it's kind of confusing me with all these lines together. Weird tradition where we'd blow on fallen eyebrow hair or eyelid hair and make a wish? I don't remember clearly. Interesting! I do not think anything like that happened at all to me. Interesting! I don't think I had anything strange like that. I would love to know the theory behind it though. If you were to find out. Include ice cream for the cake. I'm forgetting what we're talking about. But I also do need a food for drawing with Shu, this character here. I just remembered that I'm doing a like a food theme for these characters. I can't believe I forgot that. For the hot pot. Ice cream for the hot pot. Oh, because I said everything should be like really hot, right? Truly, I think hot ice cream should be mandatory. Have you guys had fried ice cream? I remember laughing so hard at the concept is the word I'm looking for. I was gonna say construct. I'm like, construct? That's not right. Of fried ice cream. I was like, you can't fry ice cream. If you fry ice cream, the ice cream going melt. Ha, stupid father. That's not a real thing. And then I tried and it was like the best thing I've ever had in my life. And then I had it again somewhere else and it was not that great. But the first place I had fried ice cream, that was genuinely like the best dessert of my life. I should like spend my life trying to find that place again. And fried ice cream, how does that even work? It's like how you fry anything really. But the ice cream is like frozen first, I believe. I don't know if this is right. If anyone's like a food major, let me know. But like you have to freeze the ice cream in like a ball so it stays like solid. And then you like coat it in the like fry coating. And then you put it in the hot oil, but only for like 10 seconds or something. So the outside gets crispy, but the inside is still cold. And then you like serve it really quickly. You do have to serve it pretty quickly. I believe that's how that works, but if I'm wrong, do correct me. But I haven't seen anywhere that does it. So, like in a long time. Is it crusty? Is it salty? It's really sweet. I can't remember what the outside tastes like, but the inside is just like vanilla ice cream, just like your normal ice cream, kind of like soft serve texture. They don't like get it to be hard or melted. It's kind of just kind of just normal. I don't know how they do that, but they do that. It's pretty good, so I would recommend it. Sugar with the fried curry, kind of like salt. Interesting. Interesting. I did not think of that. That does sound yummy though. It does sound yummy. I want dessert now. Oh, I want dessert. I gotta use my payment card. I have to spend the stupid money, but I really want to like go out and buy, because there were these really yummy ice creams I got at this Asian grocery, and they were like fish shaped, kind of like taiyaki shaped, but it was like the outside was the texture of a ice cream cone, not the waffle ones, but like a normal ice cream cone. It's kind of like rubbery. But it tastes really good, and inside is like chocolate ice cream. It was really good. I would recommend it. It was like one of the top sellers for ice cream in Korea, so like it makes sense. It makes sense why it tastes so good. Korean fish one, yeah. Often for texture, make it once with bread. Easy way to cover ice cream than with wafer, sounds the same. I wish I could like sneak in to a restaurant and just watch how they do things. Like, I'm sure it wouldn't be very safe just to have an extra person casually walking around. Because I still remember being like 11 years old and just dancing around in the kitchen at a camp. And they had to like kick me out. They were like, "Oi, Yufus, get out. We're trying to work here." And I was like, "Oh, okay, no one like my dance. Sob. But yeah, they were trying to like set the table and I was like dancing in front of them. Yeah, fair enough. Taiyaki, it's kind of like taiyaki, but it wasn't the taiyaki pastry on the outside. It was just like ice cream cone type texture. But I do like taiyaki. I had like a cream taiyaki in Japan. There's one like right next to my accommodation. So that was really yummy. It was really yummy. No, I sell them and import them. They're so expensive. Ah, so. That's fair enough. Mayhap it is your era of cooking. You will become the chef of the new world. You will create the yummiest food ever known to mankind. Are you up for the challenge? A taiyaki? How do you explain a taiyaki? Like, how do you explain like the pastry? It's kind of like a waffle, but like nothing like a waffle. I feel like I'm doing food crime just by talking about taiyaki kana. I could just get a picture up, but it's more fun if we try and explain it with words first. Sweet taiyaki made with cheese filling. Cheese. I do love when things have cheese filling. I also like red bean, kind of. I had a really, really yummy red bean soup in Japan, and that's why I rated like #1 on my tier list. I did a tier list video for desserts. But then I had like a grocery store one where you just microwave it, and it was really, really awful. It was depressing. It made me so sad. I was so hyped, like red bean for the first time in so long, and I love red bean. Nah. Don't love it anymore as much. Kind of like a waffle, but not a waffle. That is absolutely true of all things. Just of everything ever. That is true. I don't like how the face looks here. He looks too moe. Why does he look so moe? He is not moe. Similar to a pancake in the fish shape with the red bean paste. Is the red bean paste the normal flavor? And like chocolate and custards just to like get to a wider audience? That audience is me. I would take the custard and chocolate. Oh, there we go. It looks more dead inside. That's more accurate. Sorry, Shu. Ah! You gotta go. Okay. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope to see you again sometime. Ish for a pastry? Watching while at work? I'd watch YouTube videos while working as long as they don't distract us. Okay, I need to get more distracting. How can I get more distracting? Should I start singing very fast? Like, dang it, to me, my going in a or what if I just speak fast to you, so you have to put more brain cells into actually understanding me? Because obviously, if I'm just singing Japanese, you can kind of zone that out. But if I'm speaking in English, you kind of have to listen to that. Is that more distracting? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying while doing your work? Can you actually do this? Are you actually that skilled? Are you really that talented? Wow, that's really cool of you. Wow. Well, okay, if I say the password right now, you're gonna be able to do that. Actually, we did some like intelligence tests in class and stuff, and some of these things are really hard. It's like trying to memorize different things. It's like, remember these numbers, 543, which you know is 5. But if the number's like 794, the second part is put them in order. Like 794 would be 479, right? And then they go up and up and up, and they see how much you can remember and see how intelligent you are by that. And there are so many different measures of intelligence. It's actually really difficult. And I almost failed a block puzzle because, you know, it's really embarrassing when you fail a intelligence test made for children when you're like 21, but you know, it's fine because some questions are meant to be harder, some questions are meant to be easier because it's a personality test, and you need to have like you can't have like a ceiling, so they're gonna just let you go until you fail. How was that? Was that distracting? Yes, I do still fairly fast. Which is kind of a problem because I'm trying to like slow down my speaking for some assessments, right? Because that's record a video. Oh, there we go. He looks a lot more dead inside. That's a lot better. And it was like for being like a therapeutic type situation, I had to be more like, yes, so it seems like blah 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 blah. But even naturally when I try to like speak slow, it's still quite fast, right? I feel like when I normally speak like this is pretty fast itself. So it's a little bit inconvenient, but it's okay. Did really well. You speak very fast, so I'm used to listening to people speak fast. I used to think like, there was this one point in my early streaming career where people didn't really comment anything, or like there was no chat until I spoke really fast, and they'd be like, wow, you speak fast. And since that like made people talk, I was like, oh, is speaking fast the way for people to like me? Which is obviously like a questionable reason to speak fast. So I would like try and speak fast just for like the jokes. Be like, ha, can you understand this? Blah, 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 blah. And it unfortunately did okay for a bit, so I was kind of thinking that was the way to go for a bit, but it's not. It's not. Obviously, there's more to being a streamer than just speaking fast. But I think speaking fast is funny. I also used to like cheer up a friend when I was younger by just speaking really fast. Like, they were having a hard time, and I was like, okay, what about... And they were like, and one of those things, surely one of those things is gonna make you laugh if I just pack as much in as I can. That's what I was thinking when I was like 13. On the internet, when I should not have been on the internet at 14. If I had a kid, they're not getting on the internet until like at least 15. Which is not that much different, but like I feel like 15-year-old me was a lot more mature than 14-year-old me. I feel like 14 was just a bad time. Imagine your therapy just speak like Eminem, right? You go in and it's like, oh, what brings you in here? And you're like, life's been really difficult. They're like, okay, and then and you're like, I don't remember what you said. Okay, if your therapist is like that, you can just let them know, like, please speak slower, or yeah, I'm not getting you. And then they will stop. And if they don't stop, then get another therapist because they suck. But good job understanding everything I said. Personality tests are really interesting though. Our class was able to do one of these personality tests. And I know I was like not surprised by my results because I think about myself like a narcissist so much. I'm like, oh, this is probably me. This is probably me. This is definitely my identity. This is definitely how I act. This is definitely blah, 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 blah. So I got the results and I was like, yep, that's what I thought. Put it in my bag and that was that. But my dad was low-key surprised. He's like, you're that extroverted? And I'm like, yeah. It wasn't like that extroverted. It was like straight like in the middle of the middle range. Like the average score was just in the middle of average. So I was like, okay, I'm the most average in terms of extroversion. But I am 21. I feel so old sometimes and yet so young. Whenever I talk to someone older than me, I'm like, oh, I'm so baby. I'm sorry, I don't have life experiences. Then I talk to anyone younger and I'm like, am I boomer? Am I 50 billion year old, actually? Have I been on this earth longer than anyone ever? Right, and listening to my friend either laughs or gets annoyed, right? Because like sometimes you have this pressure of like, oh, I need to be the one to help this person feel better. What can I do? Babble. But you're older. Is that good or bad? Am I too young or am I too old? Yabakunai? Not that it matters. Not that it matters. Okay, I think that head looks a lot better than my first one. I think that's okay. 21 is new, 29. It's really weird because maybe this is just because I play too many otome games. Which is an awful way to explain thinking a certain way. Like, why do you think that? Because I date a lot of older people in otome games. Like, in my mind, 21 and 29 is not that different. It definitely is. If you're 21, some 29-year-old is after you, don't go with them. But like in otome games, like Shu is very respectful, even though he's a lot older than Telta. So you know. But then as soon as I hit 30s, I feel like it's a different demographic. Then it's like, no, get your 30-year-old away from my 21-year-old. But your 29-year-old, yeah, you can use. This only applies to otome games. Do not take this into the real world. This only applies within fiction. When it's real life, you need to think more about the consequences of age gaps. Like, someone's been in the workforce for a long time and someone's still studying. There is still a lot of gap there in knowledge, and your brain doesn't stop developing until you're 35 or like 32, I think it was, or something. But like, you gotta think about these things. And it's time to retire. Truly. What have I done to this hair? Why is it so bumpy? You see how it's like boom? Why isn't it not like boom? What have I done? Yeah, I speak wisdom. I do like pretending to be wise on stream. I feel like I say a lot of things in like the way of like, this is life advice. Yes, you should always do this. Make sure to do this. But it's not like my brain is like fully developed either. Like, we are just spilling nonsense to each other. But you know, maybe within all the nonsense, there'll be like one thing that sticks with you, maybe. Or not. If not, that's also fine. You know, I was not born to be a motivational speaker. Like that one video of like, yeah, if you have a kid and you are only feeding them microwavable food, I don't care how busy you are. You have to make sure to at least cook it. Like, put it in the microwave. And then the person's like, the next person like quoting it is like, you can't microwave your child. Your child is not meant to be microwaved. And then the next person's like, as a motivational speaker. It's like, not with that attitude, you can't. It's like, bro. That's just, okay, sure, be like that. Okay. Is we all kindergarten? We is all kindergarten. Are you enjoying kindergarten? I didn't enjoy kindergarten, actually. I was a lonely kindergartner, but that's okay, cause we made elephants out of like, what do you call those the thingies, that like the sharp thingy, and it has like the sharp end. You know, what do you, it's like a pin or something? It's a really stupid example, but like, anyway. So we made elephants in kindergarten, right? But then we'd have the ears cut in separate pieces of paper. But then we'd use those like circular things, and then you can kind of like press them in, and it would keep the pieces of paper attached to each other. And I thought that was like the biggest tech thing ever, and it was just like putting two ears together with pins. But I thought that was so cool as a kid, because I had never used those pins as a kid, and I was like, man, wow. Menace as a child, rather tough time in kindergarten. Oh, what happened? And like, how were you a menace as a kid? I remember I used to make a lot of videos as a kid. I make a lot of videos of like, oh, here's an adventure show and I'm the protagonist, but I'm actually an old man protagonist, even though I'm 6 years old. I don't know where I got the like stereotype that adventurers were old men, but that's what I thought as a kid, so I did a lot of like, ooh, I'm on a quest to do blubby blubby blah. Ooh, blah, 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 blah. Don't remember probably for the best, right? It's hard to remember things from when you were younger. Which I'm realizing is like difficult for getting diagnosed. See, can you tell I'm a psych student? I apologize. But like, getting diagnosed for developmental things, like ADHD for example, they look for if it's been a thing since before you were 12 years old, and it's like, I don't remember. I remember nothing. My memory is the size of a sand. Just a grain of sand. Having it in kindergarten and elementary, I was just bullied a lot. Even when I moved to other grades, it was still interesting. That's really awful though as a kid. It must have been tough. You did very good. Survive until now. I assume things aren't as bad as when you were in kindergarten. But kids can be mean. Kids can be very mean. But then on the other hand, there are lots of kids who are like really nice. Like surprisingly nice, because people are like, oh, these kids are gonna understand gay marriage or anything. And then the kids are like, yeah, okay. It's like, alright. The kids don't actually care one way or another. They are new to life stereotypes. It's not gonna confuse them because life is confusing and they're gonna learn that anyway. Remember that? I feel like I spawned in age 11. Right. Okay, I definitely talk about this quite a bit. But I do feel like I spawned in at like age 13. Like before 13, I was not sentient. I didn't actually exist in this world. If you think you saw me, if you have like videos of me from before the time I was 14 or 13, you're actually wrong. That was actually my doppelganger called Fuyu. And Fuyu, I don't know anything about Fuyu actually. Fuyu's kind of crazy. You should like be aware of her. But like, yeah, I spawned in at 14. Friend from when I was still in school. Oh, that's so good. I feel like long-term friendships are like the best things in the world. Because they'll always be there for you. They've seen you through the worst and the best. And they've heard me crash out about things like 55 times. And I'll still crash out about those things to this day. And they'll still be okay with it. You know. And like, you never really have to worry about losing those friends. Like, sure, we've had 50 billion fights in the past. But like, they've all been resolved. I'm sure we can resolve anything, right? Do you remember from age 4? Yeah, no, who remembers alive at age 4? That's crazy. If you do that, that's an amazing skill. That's so cool. Cannot relate. I can't remember what I had for... I didn't have breakfast. That's why I can't remember what I had for breakfast. And I had noodles for lunch, because I had lunch like an hour ago, so I do remember that. But like, what did I have for breakfast yesterday? Could not tell you. What did I have for lunch yesterday? Could not tell you. Oh, I didn't have lunch. Did I? I had like dinner, like brunch, no, lunch and dinner. Like, you know how breakfast and lunch is brunch and then lunch and dinner is... Burn my finger? And then you became sentient after burning your finger? That's the spirit. I'm glad you found sentience from that. Because if you're still not sentient after burning your finger, we may have problems. You may end up burning your finger more times. But I remember I was really like a stickler for the rules when I was younger. Like in science class when we were really young, like 12, you know, it's not that young, but you know, it was like our first science classes before we went to high school science, like learn science for real. And like the most dangerous thing we would do is like have a candle. And whenever my friend like tried to touch the candle, I'd be like, Miss, my friend's trying to touch the candle again. She's trying to touch the candle. You're not meant to touch the candle. That was me as a kid. And they would get quite annoyed with me, but like, I didn't want people to burn themselves because I was an innocent child. I was like, you know, a candle could kill you. Photographic memory, so I remember my very early childhood in vivid details. Remember things at a glance. I remember I watched like a TV show about that, or maybe I just heard about it. And I thought that would be like the coolest thing ever. Does it make like studying easier and stuff? Because you can remember the things you learn easier? Or do you still have to study just as much, do you think? Fascination. Okay, I think that looks okay for a body. Wanna go? Okay, bye-bye. See you next time. See you next time. Take care. Hello, hello! Howdy doodle, howdy doodle. How are you doing on this fine day? I am drawing Buster Fellow's keychains, so then I can sell them and get rich. But all the work I need to learn fairly easily? Ah, that's convenient. That's convenient. Do you mind if I maybe open up your brain a bit and like steal some things from your brain? It'll be completely harmless, don't worry about that. I can guarantee you won't lose your frontal lobe. Or your hippocampus. That will be completely safe. Don't even worry about it. Does this sound concerning to you? It shouldn't. There is nothing suspicious. Okay, wait, I forgot to think of a food for sure. I'm thinking maybe just with the competition, we could either have something here, like an ice cream, or we could have like a giant donut here. I don't know why he would have a giant donut, but it could be funny. Okay, maybe it looks better just with an ice cream. Are we thinking ice cream? I think that could work here. Ice cream kana. You have this really tough looking guy and he just has this like ice cream cone. This is what you call gap moe, my friends. Few have such gap moe as Shu from Buster Fellows. I think I like that gap moe. I think we might do that. Okay. Does anyone else have any cool skills? Like, I was a really, really annoying child. My friend keeps saying, like, yeah, I can imagine you'd do that. I can imagine you'd be that annoying. And I'm like, you can? You can? Because there was this one book series called Cheese Sweet Home. Have you heard of it? It's about this cat who gets adopted? I don't actually remember. But anyway, this cat, I went and reread a few things recently about this cat. And this cat is just, like, knocking things off tables. And that's like the entire plot for this thing. And I loved it. It was my favorite book series as a kid. And I genuinely would go to school and I would force my friends to read it. I'd be like, okay, it's lunchtime. It's time to read Cheese Sweet Home. Okay, now here's volume 6. You read from volume 5. Okay, now read this until this long. And then when you finish it, we can talk about it and discuss it. My friends are like, oh, not Cheese Sweet Home again. I'm like, okay, we're doing Cheese Sweet Home again. So now you finish volume 6. Now here's volume 7. Private pilot's license? What makes it a private one? Is that for like a private plane? Or like a jet or something? Nani ga? Slightly above average computer knowledge is a skill? Yeah, definitely. Because you never think it's that cool when you're surrounded by people who are pretty skilled at stuff. But then you see the average adult try and like change the input for like their sound settings. You're like, oh, it's not that hard. Do you guys need help? Truly. Like, to be fair though, I didn't understand how to like unzip a file until like 2-3 years ago. So I feel like I was a bit behind on that front for a bit. But then again, no one really teaches you, do they? You would think for this new generation of tech people, you would think we would be taught more things, tech-wise. Like, I feel like I definitely learned a lot just for, like, VTubing, right? Because I didn't know how to use OBS. I didn't know how to, like... I didn't know you could, like, put things in folders and stuff to change an app. Like, you know... Like, I keep drawing, like, girlish legs. Your legs are not meant to be that curved. Sob! Kinda had to teach myself. Right? I wish there were, like, mandatory classes. I wish there were classes for, like, so many different things. Like, we had my therapist class, right? And we learned things have been like how to say, oh yeah, I imagine that would be difficult, especially given the circumstances of blah, 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 and blah, 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 right? It's completely understandable, right? I feel like that's a very important skill to be able to reflect people's feelings back to them and, like, show that empathy. I genuinely had never really done that. Because, like, if anyone was like, oh, I've been having a really tough time, I'd be like, yeah, that sucks. Sucks for you. Oh, yeah, that's gotta be awful. And, like, that's all I could say. I didn't know how to, like, go more into detail. But that's something I learned in class, and it was like really useful. And I'm like, why didn't we learn this? I feel like we should have had some classes on like emotional intelligence. Okay, my pen just disconnected. Let me plug it in. So wait, did I miss one? No, I didn't. So you get different licenses. To fly for an airline, you need to have a commercial pilot's license and need to be certified on whatever aircraft you're going to fly. A private pilot's license allows me to fly private-owned aircraft, but I need to be certified on them first. So if someone has a private aircraft and they're like, okay, can you fly this? You have to be like, I don't have the right license for this specific aircraft. Is that kind of what has to happen? But then if it's like someone has one you're good with and are licensed for, so how many would you have to be licensed for? Funky question. Should be able to take some IT class so I can make money off people like that. You should. You should definitely. Hello, hello. Hello for real this time. Do you like my shoe? He is very enthused about the universe. Amazing. How are you? Did you like my messages right into your brain where I was telling you the meaning of life and you can now share the meaning of life to everyone here? What is the meaning of life? It was through telepathic, right? Nemo to chodai do 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 do. Yes, the meaning of life, to anyone curious, is to spend money on ice cream. Because ice cream will save your soul. Anyone who disagrees clearly hasn't had a good enough ice cream. And if you are disagreeing, then I think you need to go out like right now. You can leave. I give you permission to leave stream to go buy fish-shaped Korean ice creams if you can. Or if you cannot, go to the nearest grocery, maybe Woolies, to buy just any other ice cream really. It don't matter. As long as you eat ice cream, that yo. Sometimes I wonder about the things I say on the internet. Why am I talking about ice cream? If you certified on 1 to 3 aircraft for private, that's up to you. I'm certified on 2 different aircraft types. Interesting. How often would you say you fly? Need to buy more? Yeah, you do need. What's your favorite flavor ice cream? I feel like you could know a lot about a person based on the kind of ice cream they eat. Because I like choc mint, but when I say that, a whole crowd goes, boo! Choc mint, that tastes like toothpaste. And then I respond with, that your toothpaste tastes terrible. What? No, that your toothpaste tastes amazing. What are you on about, man? Getting some? You have to get some. You have to, right? Because then we can eat together in spirit and be parasocial. Yippee! Don't you love ice cream? Eat vanilla and a dollop of Nutella? Like, do you put the Nutella on the ice cream yourself? That's interesting. Like, I was really surprised because there's a lot of like peanut butter flavored desserts. I was really surprised that like peanut butter and milk didn't taste good if you just microwave them together. Like, obviously you need to like cook them. But child me was like, you could just microwave them. It tasted really bad. And it was at that moment when I realized that food theory was a lot more difficult than I thought it was. I was so annoyed. I was like, excuse me. Choc mint is one of my faves. Good day, good day. Hello, welcome. I'm gonna talk about favorite ice cream flavors. And if ice cream can like show a lot about your soul and your spirit, you know? Hire an aircraft. You can hire aircraft once a month. You have to renew your license. Okay, that sounds fun though. That seems like such a cool skill you can brag to people about. Like, oh, you can go by car or you can go by my private aircraft. Hello, welcome. How are you today on this lovely Friday? Are you enjoying your Friday? Are you enjoying the ice cream that you're about to buy? Because I'm trying to peer pressure everyone into buying ice cream right now because ice cream is actually really yummy and good for your mental health. Okay, I think that looks good. I feel like the head looks so much more simple. Is it because he has no hair accessories? I could give him like a bow. I don't know if it would look good on him, but I can give it to him. Hello. Wow, I feel like everyone ever has arrived. How am I? Watashi? I am splendiferous! Because I'm thinking about ice cream and I'm thinking about you guys. And the crowd goes wild. Sorry. I submit my most stressful assessment yesterday. And it's like due in half hour. So once that time is over, I'll be like, phew, I'm free. Don't have to do that again. And it's gonna be great. How are you? I feel like every time I stream ever, we always end up talking about food. Because food is like my passion. It's my passion, man. Ugh, my pen is weird. Okay, there we go. Hiring an aircraft, paying airport charges, fuel costs, and flying myself is still cheaper than hiring a car. I did hear a story about like this one kid who took a plane to school every single day because that was cheaper than driving and like paying for parking. It was just cheaper to get a plane trip every single day. Remember, it's 6 months! Arigato de! 6 months is scary. I can't believe time passes. Time is like not a real thing, actually. I think time is a lie. Talk to a uni student who just started attending my job to make me feel old. Like my friend who works at a business at the moment, she says she sometimes sees students come in and she feels old, but she's genuinely younger than me. And like, people younger than me aren't allowed to feel old, actually. That's like not right. That is like against all the laws of the universe, actually. Okay, does that look better again? Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay. Mostly chat. I cannot read. I post mainly because I have to do age verification to post more vids, but I do have one vid. I see. I'm glad you could also enjoy the beauty of art. I feel like more people forever should do art. It is like the hobby of all time. Like, I always get excited when my friends who don't really do art are like, look, Yufus, I drew something. And I'm like, oh, you did draw something. And I always get so excited. It's always nice to have art friends. But it's hard having art friends sometimes because they're always busy drawing. And like, we could be mid-conversation. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go draw now. And it's like, okay. And like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, you can draw and message at the same time. No. They're gone. They're gone for hours. And I'm like, oh, okay. But occasionally you get whips. And sometimes your friend draws your favorite characters, and then you scream with happiness. Okay, I think that looks good. I feel like the body, like the legs look too feminine. Because I feel like they're just too curved. Should I try and like cross them like in my reference? Maybe that'll be harder. Let me try doing these legs again though. Goodbye, legs. Sorry I stole your legs. But they were delicious, and I would recommend them. Drawing ever since I was a little kid. Right! I played the trendy the Mecha Chameleon. I actually tried it today. And then I remembered that I get motion sick. And I played like half a minute. I did not play that much. I should really try it again for real. I was gonna do it today, low-key, like stream it. Oh, now he looks like a ballerina. What have I done? Okay, but Shu, what is going on with you? Maybe you could just stand, really. Maybe you could just stand. Maybe that's what you get for having like weird legs. Loki, that looks good. But like, I got into the game, right? And I was so confused. And I was like, where am I standing around? Where am I? What? Why is there people with like weird, not so appropriate things on like the back of their character? Well, how do I do things? What does this button do? Why none of the buttons work? So I was like having too much difficulty. I think I should definitely play it. But one of my friends was like, oh yeah, we'll invite you next time. After I was like, please invite me. So please invite me. So they will invite me next time. So, you know, maybe I will learn how to play. And then maybe I can stream it at some point when I learn how to play. Yeah. Fine with non-artist friends because they use like 3 colors max. See, are you able to like connect your drawing tablets to them? Because I feel like I would spend like half an hour if they somehow let me do it for half an hour. Just trying to get it to look good. I'd be like, blend in. You have to blend in. Blend yourself. It takes blend pressure too. I like how much they let us do. Don't want to be too sweaty. Right. I feel like it would be low-key more fun as a non-artist. Because you'd be like laughing about it, like, ha, you're so obvious. But as an artist, you're like, why isn't it not blending? Why can't I get this hue right? Why can't I get this color? At least that's what I imagine it to be. I should really like watch the people play it so I can figure out how to play it myself. Because it sounds fun. Yes, what am I using? I'm using Clip Studio Paint. The beloved Clip Studio Paint. Okay, he looks a lot better standing. But like, that's kind of sad. I don't like doing a basic pose because I couldn't do another better pose. And now he looks like... But like, I don't know if I like him with like his hip like that. He's like too cool. And really, he's more of a loser. But now he looks like a hikikomori. Oh shoot! Okay. Let me. What about we look for another pose reference for legs? Sketchbook. Is that like a one for an iPad or something? It sounds familiar, but I don't recall hearing it for like laptop or anything. TB pose. After this set though, I'm kind of getting tired of drawing all these chibis, so I might do like not a full set of like 6 characters. I might do like a smaller set of like 2. I could do a few with like just couples. I could do like romance, come to my store, be like otome, and then there'd be like some shoujo and like really specific yuri, because I just do not I do not read as much as I should. Yeah, I'm still looking for a pose reference. Maybe I should just try the original pose I had again. Because a lot of these poses are really feminine and cute, but he's not cute. He's like a... He's meh, he's tired. Oh, but he does canonically like ice cream. Maybe that's why I did ice cream without noticing. But I don't have an iPad actually. I'm doing this on my laptop. Okay, I'm gonna try the legs again. The ones I initially had planned. Okay, so the butt goes here. We're gonna take this nice and slow. The butt goes there. The knee is like that. This leg goes over the top. And then the shoe is like here. Okay, and the other leg comes up from here. And the knee is around here. Maybe. Now I'm confusing myself. What? Like that maybe. I can just give him boobs because it's easier to understand and see. Does he look chill or does he look like a princess? Does he look too princess? Legs 1, legs 2, legs 3. Low key. Does that look cool or does that look like... I don't know what that is. Do you guys go to the ice cream truck when the ice cream truck comes by? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much ice cream would a sob? I love how obvious it is when my mind wanders. It's like, of course I thought of a woodchuck chuck from that. Of course I would have. Intimidating and chill at the same time? Right. I think that's his vibe. I'm glad it's coming across. Because he should be intimidating, but like not that intimidating. Ice cream man. Come on, what do you mean? Oh, an ice cream man, right. I entirely forgot what I was talking about. Help me in my memory. Oh my god. Because I sometimes hear, I'm still like really sad over this one specific time when I was younger, when my mom and I heard the ice cream truck, and I was like, yeah, let's get ice cream, and we could not find it. It was like, it sounded like it was next to us, but we were like running around the streets trying to find it. We didn't find it in the end. So after that, for like a few years, I was like, okay, let's not go, because I didn't want to be like disappointed. But if the ice cream truck comes by me, like next time I'm at my house, obviously we're getting ice cream. Obviously. But it's quite pricey these days as well. Isn't it like $7 for an ice cream or something? Back in the day, it was like $3. What do you mean inflation is real? How many scoops of ice cream is too many? Well, the normal person answer would be like 3. 3 is like socially acceptable. But more than 3 gets a bit like, But the fun answer is there's never too much ice cream. Duh. Why would there be too much ice cream? Like, who's gonna like get mad at you for having too much ice cream? Nobody. We live in a world where ice cream can be eaten in any quantity you wish for. Why would we restrict ourselves to simply 3 scoops of ice cream when one could restrict themselves to 500 scoops of ice cream? Sure, you may have a stomach ache by the end of that, but you will also have happiness in your heart. And is happiness not more important than the risk of a stomach ache? Is this motivational speech motivating anyone, or is it like motivating nobody? Either way, that's okay. Love mint chocolate, strawberry shortcake ice cream. Shortcake ice cream. As someone allergic to strawberries, I have not tried that, and I cannot try that, but that does sound yummy. More than one ice cream scoop, I do something wrong. Oh, okay, last year for my birthday, I went to this restaurant and asked for as many scoops. So they were allowed to give me, and I got 52. Was that expensive? I can't imagine it would be cheap having that much ice cream. Not that I'm judging, because I think that's a really good idea, and I would also love to do that if I had the confidence to be like, give me as many as you can. I wish I could do that. I wonder what the workers think when they get such a big ice cream order. Because I feel like I'd be like, oh no. But as a customer, I'd be like, yippee! What if like you had 1 scoop for every year you were like alive as a birthday cake type thing? Instead of like the candles to represent, but instead it's just ice cream scoops. Oh, you're 15, but that's why we have 50 scoops of ice cream for you. And imagine if you have to just wait around while they're scooping it, and they're just like counting 1, 2, and you're like, I want to eat my ice cream. Can you hurry it up? Can you hurry it up? That's such a random, specific idea, but you know, whatever, man. Stomachache is a small price to pay for happiness. Exactly. I'm glad you understand. 25 scoops, 23 scoops. I'm sure you can eat that many. I'm sure you can do it. Don't even give up. I believe in your stomach. Believe in who you are. I've been watching Kung Fu Panda. I love Kung Fu Panda. I've watched it so long, and I've been binging it. I'm watching the 4th movie for the first time. I don't know how I got to from ice cream to Kung Fu Panda. I don't remember. So what are we talking about? Okay, but have you guys had anything other than like birthday cake? Have you done like birthday ice cream? Or like birthday crepes? I feel like birthday crepes could be fun. I would eat birthday crepes. Okay, I'm gonna assume I'm done with Shu. I'm not that sure I like it. But hey, I can always edit it later, she says, with no intention of editing it later. Okay, if I'm really not gonna edit it later, I should like check it again. Is it because like there's not enough of the face covered? I feel like more of the face should be covered. I feel like this area should be covered as well. Maybe. But like, what's the most you've been able to eat? As in, is there even a hope of you eating all of those ice cream scoops? The most I've had is like 13 apples in a day because I wanted to prove to my friend that I could eat more apples. I didn't even like apples that much. I just wanted to prove a point that I was better than her at everything because I was like a really annoying child like that. But I don't know if I can eat like 21 scoops of ice cream. I think that's a bit overkill. Bake crepes normally for my birthday, but I also bake muffins, cupcakes, and malva pudding. What is that? That is interesting. But I do love crepes. I love the... Okay, that hair looks a lot better, I think. I like the sound of those weird crepe makers. There was like this one that was like low-key a scam. Because apparently it's just easier to pad. But like, it was like circular or something. And then you like dip it in the batter bowl. And then it like heats up. And then bam, you have a crepe in like 30 seconds. But apparently it doesn't work as well as you would hope. At least from what I remember. But if I'm wrong, let me know. I would get it. I think you can eat 23 scoops. I think that's easy peasy. I think you could do it. Really nice pudding mixed with custard. I don't know how to properly describe it. That's okay. I love a pudding. Let me search it up. Oh, now I want to get milk tea. Oh, me talking about food every single stream, getting hungry. Wait. Interesting. That looks a lot like, one of these things my grandma used to make. Let me get up a picture of the one my grandma used to make, because it's kind of similar, I think. No, that's a different treat. It's called a Hello Dolly Square. It's what my grandma would make. And it's kind of... Okay, it's a lot less similar now that I'm looking at them side by side. But, like... They're kind of similar, right? They're kind of similar, right? Right? Love Live Rico VAs coming. Didn't get tiny tokens. So what's this for? What's this for? Is this for Smash? Very similar. Oh, I do love food. I do love food. Maybe when did I make his face a? He's really difficult. I'm not used to drawing more serious type characters. I'm very used to doing the moe cute characters. There we go. Moe cute. I feel like if people are gonna do the moe cute, they have to like lock into the moe cute. You can't just moe cute. No, you have to moe cute. You have to get it out of your system. You have to feel the moe and the kyun. See, I still don't think this looks right. I still think he looks a bit fugly. Is it because the eye is too... What if I make this, like, highlight smaller? There we go. Now he looks grumpier. Yeah, that's the shoe we know and love. Sydney manga and anime show. Is it letting you say it? Oh, so you must have been like, why is she so confused? I said it. I see the issue. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to make it. But if you are going, do have fun. Do have fun. Okay, I think I can get rid of my purge references now. Now that we have the sketches of everyone, shall we get to coloring? I think I want to start with Helvetica here because he's just cute. You know, he's just a pretty boy. And he looks so soft without the glasses, but canonically he's like, people judge you based on your first appearance. And so to counteract that, glasses. Like he canonically says that. So it's like, alright. I feel like Shu is definitely missing something. Is it? Oh, it's because his like face shape isn't like clear because it's covered with the hair. So it kind of makes his head look like a circle instead of like a circle with a boingy part. I think that could be the issue I'm having. That could be the issue. Yeah, because you really can't see that, can you? Huh. Maybe I need to edit the hair so it kind of can like show the cheek going inwards a bit. So it makes his head look a bit less circular. I think that could solve my problem. If I just do it like that. And then I can make his head less circular again. Hello, how are you on this splendid Friday / Thursday if it is Thursday? How you doings? How you doings? Have you discovered the meaning of life? Have you discovered that ice cream is delicious? You're good? That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Does anyone have any cool plans for the weekend then? Anyone got anything cool going on? I do like the wee face. I need to get more into using the kaomoji. Do you guys know the kaomoji? It's like the Japanese emojis made up of like the different letters and stuff. Wait, let me get a picture of kaomoji. Cause unironically, there's an otome husband called Okazaki, and I high-key want to draw him, right? But he canonically uses kaomoji. Kaomoji is these ones. I remember as a kid, I was like obsessed with them, like for real, and I would just spam them at everyone. I especially like that this one, the dizzy one, that one. This expression. Going to Uncle's instead of going to school? Have fun avoiding school. Yeah, the curvy shaped one. I do love that one. I remember as a kid though, I was like so against school. Like I was like against it, but I wasn't against it. Like I knew in my heart that school was good and I should go to school, right? But then I would send my mom videos of like, why you shouldn't send your kids to school, why your kid should skip school, why your kid needs mental health days. I was like determined to like prove that I did not need to go to school. But unfortunately I do need to go to school. School is unfortunately important. Okay, I think that did solve my problem by getting the... Yeah, now his head looks less round and he looks less moe. Okay. You found kaomojis? Sugoi! I do like that kaomoji. I used to use that one a lot. I should read the code on the line. Oh, I think you're right. Thank you. I think you're right. Okay, I will go back and edit that real quick. Mayhap. Maybe if I do it like that, that looks better. Okay, ice cream. I will just lasso you. Because I'm a cowgirl. Amazing! You know, we could, just for the fun, give him this stupidly huge ice cream. There is no reason to do that, but it could be a little funny, don't you think? Maybe, how big was it before? Is it smaller than that? It was. Oh, maybe I was right with the sizing before. I feel like his head is really boring though. I feel like all their heads are pretty boring. Because they just don't have hair accessories. Why don't men wear more hair accessories? Why? Because... should I give him some clips or something? I think he has clips in some of his art. But I feel like... Here's chapter 2 of your bookwork. Okay. Good luck with that. Yes, have fun with that if you can. And I might see you after. Yeah. Only one ice cream cone against this humongous one. That's so cute though. Canonically, Shu... Oh, I think it's Toto who's eating the ice cream. And then Shu asks for some as well. And then they like fight over eating the ice cream and they're so cute. I love them. Okay, do I like those hair clips? What kind of hair clips give off like manly moe? Maybe I should look for like some more merch of him to reference from. Shu Buster Fellows. But yes, it is 3:50. So I'd like to give a heads up that my roommate could be back from now to any time. And as soon as she's back, we're gonna have to end the stream. So I'm gonna keep going though until she gets back. So we'll see how long that is. Or maybe I'll just get really tired after I finish this. It doesn't seem like he has any cool hair accessories in any art anywhere. Man, why are you so boring? Where your head? Wait, that's a good side reference. That's a good reference of the side of your head. Wait, okay, I'm gonna steal this reference. Low-key CG, but also it does not really matter because it's just the side of his head and it's not gonna be spoiling anything because you're not gonna remember the side of his head when you get to the actual scene and you're gonna be like, Yufu spoiled the side of his head! Okay, let me get this picture of him. That is the side of his head. Amazing, what a great spoiler. Okay. Where is his hair layers? It seems like he has some bits that are like, wee. Let me get rid of the bits underneath that. Does that look better? directionally. But probably not enough for it to matter. Whatever. We're gonna pretend that looks better. Okay? Does that look better? Yes, yes, yes. Unanimous agreement. Wow, thank you, everyone. Some days I may be a little delusional. A little delulu in it. Why did I become British? I want to learn a British accent. It would be funny. Okay, I'm gonna say it's good enough. I'm gonna stop fussing with it. I add another hair. You gave up already? No! Go back, do your work. Try one more time. There's this really cute app though that I use that helps with studying. It's called Focus Friend. And basically you get to look after this cute bean, and every time you study, like if you set a timer, then you earn currency at the end, and then you can give your bean a house. You could, okay, it's gonna make more sense when I have a picture. What do you mean only some days? What do you mean? Okay. It's just loading. Okay. So this is Focus Friend. So basically, pretend it's not fuzzy, but Bean needs help focusing. And you can set a timer to focus. And then up here is socks, which is the currency. And when you get enough socks, you can start buying furniture for him. And he gets to live in a cute little house, right? And you can change what your bean looks like. You can change what the house looks like. You don't have to pay if you want to earn things thrice as fast. But if you don't care about that, then it's good. I do use it. And it low-key is emotional manipulation, which is good for studying. It's like, oh, if you don't finish your study session, my sewing's gonna be interrupted and I'm not gonna finish my sewing. And it's like, oh, okay, I will keep studying. So Focus Friend is what it's called, if you are interested. Alright, we're gonna stop focusing on Shu. We're gonna focus on Helvetica. Imagine your name being Stupid Helvetica. Okay, let me get up a picture of him. Where is his second game outfit? Because I need to reference. Okay, well, it's not his full body, but I'm gonna use it as a reference. Did you guess his color was gonna be purple? I did not. The thing about bust fillers I like is they don't have like a main color, because they kind of have an icon color, but they don't always wear the same kind of color. Like some characters would just wear the same colors every single time for branding purposes, but not here, I guess. I guess they have the power to change clothes, something that many anime characters do not possess. Do you have the power to change clothes? Did you know I don't have the power to change clothes? I have never changed my clothes ever in my life. I'm still wearing the same stinky clothes I have since I was 1 second old. Can you believe that? Maybe you can't believe that, because I lied. Why is my name Yufu? Because why not be Yufu? Because Yufu was taken. So I was like, Yufu. Yufu. Oh no, my shortcut just stopped working for some reason. Okay, let me get my... Thank you for the hugs, you're so cute. Let me get my shortcut back real quick, because I usually press like a key for reduce and increase brush size. So I don't have to keep going over to my settings to change it. I can just press a button. Whee! There we go, it's back. I don't know why it turns off sometimes. It's interesting how, even though he has grey hair, he looks so youthful. Maybe it's because his face, his expression is so moe. He looks so mischievous, like he's gonna go flirt with some other girls in front of you. He is that type, by the way. And unfortunately, I do like that in games. Not so much in reality. I think I would crash out at least 15 times a day. If I had a guy who flirted with other girls, like, what is your problem? Can you focus on watashi? Or shall I hit you with a bread loaf that I bought while you were flirting? See? If you're not paying attention to me, I'm gonna start spending your money on bread. Then what? Sometimes I worry about the things I say for no reason. Real life does, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I do like how they have like the small gradient color underneath the hair. Because if you can see over here, it's a bit pink at the bottom of his hair. And I think that's really good for like being able to tell who it is. Because if you just see it, it's like, yeah, that's just an anime guy, I guess. But as soon as you add the pink, Helvechka! Helvechka da yo. Ta-da! Also good for recognizing him in Tomodachi life. Isn't that cute? Regin doubles a weapon against him, kind of like a newspaper against a spider, but more French. Yeah. That made me think of like hitting a bread. What? Hitting a roach with a bread roll or something? And then I was like, no, don't hit it. Don't let the bread touch the cockroach. Don't let the bread touch the Helvetic. And then I was like, oh yeah, Helvetic is not a roach. That's okay. That's okay. Sorry for thinking you were a roach for a second, Helvetica. Sorgi. Sorgi. Okay, that's not the right color. Have you ever wanted to change your name? And what would you change it to? I just heard a sound. I was like, Rumi? Rumi? I don't think that's her. Maybe. Because when I was younger, I used to really want to be called Jade. Because I watched this one movie. It was an American Girl movie. Like the dolls. My mom was really into them as a kid. So we got the movie for Isabella. So basically the dolls had names and they had like themed movies sometimes. And this movie was about this girl who was a ballerina, right? And she was never as good as her older sister. And the older sister's name was Jade. And I was like, oh, Jade, you are so cool. If I have your name, I'll be so cool too. That was my logic. I thought I gave like such a cool, mature, perfectionist, girl who's always good at everything type vibe. I guess it kind of does give that vibe. But like, I was like, okay, if I have that name, I will become that cool. So I was like practicing signatures so I could sign my name as Jade. Never did change my name, by the way. Never did. And if I were to change my name now, I don't think it would be Jade. But I do like how we can just change our names. I feel like once I change my name though, it's gonna be bad. Because I'm gonna be like, oh, I love character customization. I can just change my name whenever I want. My parents found myself with their transphobic and anti-Aryan. I don't know what that one is. But, I see. That must be difficult though. Are there other people you can think of that you could tell if you are feeling like you need to share to anyone? Like teachers or anything? It's a really interesting subject though. I feel like more people should learn about this because it's kind of crazy how a lot of people just don't know at all. Like, don't know anything about it. Especially in the year of 2026. Like, at this point, if you don't understand the basics, I think we should explode you, actually. Wakaru? Do 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 do. And with the chapter, I'm fast. Whoa, you are fast. Good job with that. Sugoi, sugoi. Because I think I might be the slowest studier ever. Oh, I forgot what color shoes were. I'm just gonna guess they're like brown because I'm too lazy to get a better reference up. Like for real, because I have to read research papers for uni, right? And sure, I read them in undergrad, but I didn't like read them. I kind of like skimmed over them a bit and went to like the results section because I didn't understand the methods or anything or the introduction. I was like, yeah, I don't get it. Okay, whatever, next, right? Because we talked about having to study to learn. I never like figured out what learning was until like recently. I know it sounds stupid, but I was like, you know, as long as you graduate, right? That counts as like learning. No, it does not count as learning. It counts as graduating. But you need to learn the skills. And to learn the skills, you need to blah, 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 right? Where was I going with this? Right, okay. So I couldn't read research papers, basically. So since my focus is really bad, I figured out like the way to focus was legit. I would have to read one line at a time. Because if there's like a whole page of words, let me just see if I can find a book page. It's kind of overwhelming for me if there's just so many words. It's just a random one from Google. If it says something really bad, I did not mean for that. Shall we model again? Okay. Bye bye. Have fun. Okay. So this is a book, right? If I look at this, I'm like, that's a lot of words. Obviously, it was easy as a kid because like books were smaller, text was bigger, and it was like, yeah, that's fine. But when I look at this, I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So usually, I will like try and cover all the words that are like at the top. So I do it like that, and I'd be like, okay, I only have to read one sentence. And then I move it down a bit. It's like, okay, I only need to read one sentence. And I move it down a bit. It's like, okay, I only need to read one sentence. Right? And then I get through reading a lot easier. I feel like a lot of learning is hacking your brain to figure out ways that work for you. So I feel like a lot of time spent studying is like learning how to study. Did I sound really smart there or really stupid? I think they gave us some like tips like that in our English class that I took like start of last year. And they were teaching different skills like that and how to read, how to like skim through stuff. But yeah, I'm studying AI dependency, right? And it's kind of scary, one of these studies I saw. And in places where they can't like check to make sure you're not using AI wrong, when their teachers don't have resources on like what is too much AI use, for example. And like, because if you have AI write your entire essay for you, it's like, I don't know how to write an essay anymore, right? Like the teachers were saying that, the students were saying that, they were all kind of agreeing that you don't know how to, where you're offloading those skills to other people. And it said like 70% of the students there, but like using it at a bad dependent level. Like 70%? That is horrifying. That is so high. So that is why we need good education. See, I feel like I'm going on tangents about 50 billion different things. But I guess that's normal. What do I usually talk about? What do we ever talk about? What is the meaning of life? What is anything? What is ukyo? Besides my husband. Ukyo is a... Truly too much. AI dependency. Truly sob. Truly. Bow. Okay. I think that looks pretty good for base color. And then I'll just throw a skin color on. And then we're done with Henubetsuka! Yatta! There we go. Doesn't he look cutie patootie? And look, through all my layers together. Organize them real quick. Was for Star Rail stuff? How do you mean for Star Rail stuff? But I get really annoyed at the like the automatic AI when you try and Google something, and the AI is like, I think it could be this, but maybe it could be this. Actually, it's definitely this. And then you look through it and it's like, you were citing a Reddit post. The Reddit post is wrong. What do you mean? But they say with such confidence. But it does make sense in your brain why you're like, oh yeah, AI was correct this time, so they must be correct a lot of the time, right? Just quick mental shortcuts so your brain doesn't get overloaded. It makes sense. It do make sense. I see about team comp. Wakaru yo, wakaru? I was definitely too strict about AI in the past. I was like, you use AI? How dare you? How dare you use AI? But now it's like, yeah. It's bad. But it won't strangle a person and kill them, I hope. Imagine. Okay, don't imagine that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Mayhap I'm getting tire. Mayhap I am getting car. Mayhap I am turned into car. Mayhap I am a car. Do you like to use a search? AI will answer, stab me with the wrong answer. Exactly. I get so mad about that. I'm like, what do you mean? Don't wasting my time, you. That's exactly how I feel. Like, one thing that really annoys me with AI is that people usually go to it before asking their friends even. There's this really annoying example that I keep saying because it's like my best example of it. If someone's like, oh, I was asking ChatGPT what animal they thought I would be, and it came up and said I'd be a rabbit. And I feel like it's more fun if you like ask your friends that kind of question. Because if my friend asked me like, oh, what kind of animal do you think I'd be? I'd be like, oh, ooh, let's talk about this. Okay, I think it could be this, or maybe because I feel like that's just more fun. I feel like it, yeah. I don't want a relationship with a AI when you can have a relationship with me. maybe that's just not being modest. Immodesty. Not free models, woo! That's good. Good for you. Notebook, where you import your source? So. You'd use AI for that? One of my friends did that once and I was like, bro. I forgot to give Helvetica a food! Okay. Helvetica, don't even worry about it. You will be fed. I'm thinking maybe we could like do like a bread roll or something. But that's a bit small. But like, I feel like he wouldn't eat with his hands since he's like really cautious about his skin and stuff. I want these to be like accurate to the canon theory and such. So I feel like he wouldn't eat something just with his hands. But if I were to draw like chopsticks or something, it would mess up my composition a bit. I could have like a plate here and put a food on that. No, that's also a bit weird. Okay, see, Telta doesn't have a food there. She has it as like a clip. I could give Helvetica a clip. But he likes to eat healthy. He doesn't like to eat like oily foods or salty. Give him gloves. That's a good point. I could give him gloves and I can give him like a cheese toast. I guess he wouldn't eat the cheese toasty. What is something like a healthy person would eat? I'm not a healthy person, so I would not know that. Is that my roommate? Maybe not. I'm like so aware. I'm aware of everything. I'm aware of everything ever. I'm aware that you will come into great fortune soon. And that the universe will bless you with happiness. Exactly. So what's a food that's like a healthy person food? That maybe I could do is like small in his hand. I think maybe if it went like that, if it's like long, it could be okay with the composition. For like a long food. Or like a small food. I could do like a fried egg clip. That's kind of cute, an egg clip. But I don't know. I feel like we have drink, we have burger, we have pizza, and we have churros. I feel like it should be more unhealthy. As a non-healthy person, that's a good question, right? I feel like the egg is the best bet because I don't know what healthy food is. Ah, muzukashi. Such muzukashi. An apple maybe. An apple maybe. Maybe that could work. Would an apple look good in his hand? I feel like that's a bit crowded. I could do the apple clip. I could do an egg and an apple. Maybe that's a bit much. I could do the apple. I think I'm liking the egg shape a bit better at the moment. But an apple is a good idea. I could I could give it like a stalk coming out of his head like an apple. Okay, that's cute, but it's not Helveticum. That makes him look too cute. I feel like the clip in general makes him look too cute. You were not meant to be that cute. You were meant to be a flirty man. Helvetica, what do you want in your hair? You want like a candy because you have like a surgery room, and maybe you'd give it to your clients to help them relax before you cut open their face. No, I don't think eating before face surgery is like good because that's gonna mess up your mouth. And okay, he's like a plastic surgeon, right? Something healthy, non-oily, that can be cute as a clip. That fits into the category of like carnival food, like the rest of them. That would look okay with a pretty plastic surgeon. This feels like Wordle, but like Foodle. Finkle. Or maybe he just would not have food at a carnival. He could just straight not get food. No, but I want him to fit. I want him to fit with everyone else, right? Cause all my amnesia ones are all like Valentine's heart and animals. Like they're cats and they have hearts, right? And then cats, and then flowers, and then the fluffy tail of the flowers, right? They're all themed. So Helvetica, you need a theme. I might just go with the egg. After all that thinking. I thought about it. As much as I'd want to give him an unhealthier food, I don't think you'd eat an unhealthier food. Oh, but it kind of is like flower-shaped, and I like that. I think more things should be flower-shaped. I think more flowers should exist in this world. I feel like this is one of my most insane streams. I feel like I am babbling about nothingness and everything all at once. There, that's cute, isn't it? Eggful da yo! Eggfulness. Excellent. Okay. Okay, do I want to start base coloring one more? Do I wish to? I am slight tiredness. I don't want to do shoe. I feel like I need to work on his sketch a bit. Maybe I'll redo his head later. But I do like how I did the shirt, and I do like how I did the arms. Mozo looks fine, Liver looks fine, Telta looks cutie patootie, Vertica looks fine. Okay, let's do Crow's base color, then we can finish for today. Let me get up Crow. Bustafellows 2. Oh, I forgot I have my reference on my phone. I forgot. I keep forgetting. Oh, I also was Rent a Girlfriend today. How is everyone's reactions to that? Are they like, no, or like, yippee? Because I remember I watched season 1 like years ago, and I was like, this is so mid. This is a solid 6 out of 10. This is so But then today it was recommended to me by Crunchyroll on YouTube, and I was like, maybe I want to see what they're up to. So I grabbed a random episode. This is like one of the ones at the end, so if you don't want to get spoiled, my condolences for you. Okay, this is one of the ones like one of the last episodes. It's like episode 10 in season 5 or something. I don't know. It's like right at the end of what's been released. And genuinely, it was okay. It wasn't bad. It was good. It was. I only watched one episode, so I don't know if that like it's like okay the whole season, but it was pretty okay. Chizuru was so cute. I love her. She's wife. She should be my. The guy was kind of annoying. He wasn't as gross as I remembered him being. I remembered him being a lot more gross at the start. He was just like annoying, but not as gross as I remembered. Maybe it's because I had like really low expectations going into it that it was like not that bad. Like the music is really good, the sound effects are really good, the animation is amazing, Chizuru is so cute, and her voice actress is amazing in English because I watch the English when I'm trying to draw because I can't really read subtitles and draw at the same time because I have the attention span of a fish. But I heard nothing has happened. Yeah, like they don't seem that much closer in season 5 than season 1. But you know, Chizuru's cute, so I do like Chizuru. It was not as bad as I thought it would be. But I'm also watching Mirai Nikki again. I always watch Mirai Nikki. I don't know why. I guess I liked it because it's like psychological despair. I watch it every so often, and I don't feel good watching it ever. I'm like, this is messed up. This is awful. Why would I watch this? What is this? Who made this? Who made me watch this? I made me watch this, by the way. But I keep watching it every once in a while. It's so funny. I do love the opening song though. Program sa ice bite nai kasanari au. You know? You know Gasai? I'm so funny. What have I done? Like, I do not think I would want a yandere girlfriend, thank you very much. I don't think that's what I would like very much. But low-key would be fun to be with. Low-key would be fun to be, right? Don't you think it would be kind of fun to throw away all your morals? And like your only moral would be with the one you love no matter what happens? Would that not be fun? To be kind of insane like that? Would that not be interesting? Would that not spark character development and then undevelopment? Don't say your condolences to Uki. I'm sorry, Uki, I'm sorry. I would do that. I'm sorry. I take that back. I would never do that. Uki, my beloved. Right, now I want to draw a Yufu chibi. Like, I have so many chibis to do. Because I have a whole bunch of more sets I want to do. And I have, commissions. So I have to draw a whole bunch more chibis. But I want to draw a Yufu one because I've drawn Ukyo now and I've drawn Telta now. My number one husband, my number one girlfriend, right? Well, wife, I guess. I don't know why I said it like that. But maybe it's because in my heart I'm like married and I'm not yet married to Telta. How do I need to have like a fictional like wedding ceremony in my mind with Telta? Maybe so. Wait, just human most to be under it won't be that bad. Right. I think a little bit of yandere-ness is okay. Like 5-10% is like healthy. Maybe not healthy, but like it's interesting. It's character development. But if it gets to like 90%, then we have a problem. Then we have meeting a therapist because that would be good for you. But even me, bruh. But I do want to draw a Yufu one now. I had no motivation to draw them all, but now I want to draw a Yufu. Do you like the height difference? I think the height difference is very funny with this one though. Because Kent is like canonically really tall, this guy. Like canonically, when you first meet him, the guide character is like, wow, he's large, he's really big, he's really tall, he's huge, he's actually enormous. It's like, there's a huge wall in front of me. And it's like, okay, calm down, right? And then the MC in comparison is like really short. Like the height difference, like it's like that much. Let me see if I can get a picture of them both. Either you have a great girlfriend, or you have new patients. Yay! Amazing! Woohoo! Okay, let me see if I can get a picture of them with the height difference. I think I probably sent it to one of my friends who really liked Kent. And then I'd be like, do you see? There's a height difference. He's so cute. And my friend was like, that's not accurate. He's a lot taller. Hello, Discord. I'm trying to get a picture from one of the DMs. Or I won't. That's okay too. Okay, I found. Why? How did that open? What did I press? How did that open on its own? Okay, well, it magically knows what I want and it loves me, so. When you put them together, the height difference. Desho? And then I guess if you shrink her head to match the same size as his head, she's even smaller. Like, I think that's kind of an accurate height gap between them. Probably. They're cute though. I do like them. I do like how I drew the... Ah! how I drew the wah. She's so cute though, isn't she? I drew she's massive. Right. I do like Ukyo and I do like how I did her here. You know, if you just change her eye color to purple, you know, and then it's a Yufu that you're. Yufu that you're. Oh wow! It's Yufu and Ukyo! It's Ukyufu! Isn't that so kawaii? Don't you love them so much? Oh my beloveds, I love them forever! Oh, they're so cute. Okay, fine. Fine, she can have her personality back. She can have her soul back. That's fine, whatever. I can't believe she stole Ukyo from me. She did not, but it's... Oh, okay, my thing stopped connecting again. This is what happens when you use a drawing tablet that you've been using for like 7 years. One may ask, but you, Ferroni, why don't you upgrade? The thing is, I'm very like, oh, I need to research. But then literally I don't understand enough about tablets to know the difference between all these settings, and I'll just pick a random one in the end. I don't know, research is also kind of boring. At first it's like, whoa, I could get one of these. And then about 3 in, you're like, nah, I don't want to do this. Nah. There we go. Isn't he cute and silly and stupid? I love when people are cute and silly and stupid. Okay, let's do the red jacket then. But the sleeve isn't red. It kind of like swoops. There we go. Okay. Do 1% discount for consultation? 1% discount. 1% is good. 1% is amazing. Imagine if we got 1% discounts on everything. On everything ever. But like just us. Just the people here. Because there's no point if everyone gets a 1% discount. But like, I guess it's not that useful. But if you're buying a house, 1% off isn't that bad, right? Right? You could buy a lot of noodles with the 1% you've saved from buying a house, right? Wanna go to your uncle's? Okay, bye-bye! Bye-bye! Have fun! I kinda like Crow's fashion here. He went from being really ugly to being kinda cute. Bye! I like how that translates to bathrooms. Bathrooms! Bye-bye! But the back rooms. I love the back rooms so much. It's like it was made for me. I say this every single day of my life, but very few shows give us a really cute therapist girl as a protagonist. I love her. She is wonderful. Her acting was splendid. You should definitely watch the Backrooms if you haven't. And if you have watched the Backrooms, you should watch the Backrooms again. Because I want to watch the Backrooms again. I've watched it like 4 times. And I want to watch it again. I love the Backrooms. I haven't loved the movie this much since like Jumanji when it came out when I was a lot younger. Because when Jumanji came out, I was like, it's like a game! I love games, right? That was like my first time seeing a movie about games, kind of. I was just excited. And I like the Backrooms too. I like the Backrooms a lot. 1% discount every 100 anime girls I buy, I have one free. That's a good way of thinking about it. I didn't think about it in terms of buy one, get one free. So for every 100 ukyos I buy, it's like getting 1 ukyo free. It's like the buy one, get one free coffee hack. But for everything. Amazing. Bow, bow. I don't remember what I was talking about. have no idea what I was talking about. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Bow, ba, ba, da, da, bow, bow. 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 Okay, I think that's looking good, right? He has weird, like, white... Oh, I think it's white shoes, but then he has, like... No, they're not socks. It's like... He was wearing green socks, but there's, like, no toes. So I'm clearly seeing this wrong. I'm gonna assume he has green shoes. That's my conclusion. It really makes me sad. Like, I used to love white shoes, right? But they always get dirty so quickly. So I recently got new shoes, and they're brown shoes. Because, you know, I love brown. I love my white. But it was my first time having brown shoes, right? And they look really, really awful. Really awful with my bright pink socks. So I guess I'm just never wearing bright pink socks again. But then there's somebody in my class I met who only wears white socks. Not socks, white shoes, right? And we were kind of like, whoa, but don't they get dirty a lot? And she's like, yeah, you just have to replace them every so often. I'm like, what do you mean you replace it? They get dirty after like a week, don't they? Or like a month or something. How frequently are you buying new pairs of white shoes? To be fair, I guess she's a lot older than us. She's like 40, I think. So she definitely has a lot more expendable income than we do. but like you're buying new shoes that frequently. I guess if you budget for it, good for you. But I can't imagine it. But then again, I budget for like less important things like Ukyo merch. Ukyo merch at a 3000% up price or whatever, because they don't like us and they like making us spend lots of money. But that's okay, because I'm going to spend lots of money. Do you ever get like a memory pop into your head that's like not related to anything and not important to anything? Because all of a sudden I just remember going to like my GP as a child, and they used to have these like play things as a kid. Let me try and draw this for you, right? It would have like a board, right? But then it would have like really weird random twirly things. And then it had like beads on it. And the whole fun of these was you can push the beads around the twirly thing if you wanted to. And there were a few of them, right? But that was literally the whole point. You just like push them around because it's satisfying. Why did that come into my mind? And why do I want to play with one now? Happens all the time? Okay, good. It's not just me. Good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Like, what are your specific random memories that your brain's like, oh, this is vital to know, vital to remember? Bill. Okay, now we make the clothing white. No! My shortcuts disappeared again. Doshte. Okay, we're almost done. Okay, and let me just check the colors. Not the colors, if it's, yeah. It is a bit out of the gap, so I was just gonna fix that. A lot easier to tell if you have like a darker color on the white background. Or you could change the color of the background, it's also easier to see that way. Okay. And then we have some of this white going over. There we go. Ta-da! Kuro-chan! Bead maze? Oh, yeah, I didn't know it had a name either, but I guess that does make sense. I don't know what I was expecting it to be called, because that's like perfect. Could be bead. Jumble. Kid toys are so I had this really weird toy that I played with a lot when I was a kid. Let me see if I can draw it after I just put all my layers together. There we go. There we have... I feel like his eye color is a bit off. I'm gonna make it a bit more... like... I feel like that's still off. But I will fix it later. Okay, so this toy I had when I was younger. It was like a sphere. Well, it was a sphere. It was a clear sphere. Wow, rhyming. It's a clear sphere, right? And inside was a ball. But obviously it was not just a ball. I need to get my shortcuts back. This is messing me up. Shortcuts, please. Shortcuts. Shortcut setting. Okay, just a second. There we go. That one's Z. That one's X. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay. There we go. Now I can draw my circle better. Okay, there we go. And it had a ball in it, right? And it was like a marble or something. And then there were all these like 3D tracks inside this ball. And you'd have to like turn it physically with your hands. You'd have to turn this ball. So gravity would make the ball inside the ball go down the different pathways. And there were like multiple pathways to go through it. And I never completed it. No matter how many hours I spent on this stupid ball trying to like get it to go along this path. Because there was some part. It's not just like follow the path, right? Some of them had like tracks like this, right? And the ball would go down. But then it would have to like drop onto a very specific platform. And sometimes it was like on an angle. Sometimes it had like a gate that would close and open or something. And it was difficult. That was a really hard thing to give to a small child. But considering I did spend a lot of time on it, then I guess it was a good purchase. Because then I wasn't bothering my parents. You had it as well as a kid. I don't know what you call those. But, like, sure, I want one now. But I don't think I can finish it either. Like, right now. There was also this, like, small ball or something. But then you could, like, expand it into, like, a big ball or something. It's just like you expand it. That's all I can say. You just expand it. You just do. Wait, I figured I was wrong. I forgot to put the black part in the eye. I was like, I knew he was staring at me too much. There you go. That solves my problem. I was like, what's wrong here? There we go. And then we just need the blush. And then we're finally done the base color. I knew I was missing something. But they should make more toys for adults. You know, kids' toys are fun. What about adults' toys? Like, sure, I could just play with kids' toys. But you know, I want to play with adult toys. They should make things for me. For my age group. So I guess video games and stuff is considered. There we go. We have all 5 characters. There is no Shu. Because I need to redo his sketch, but I think some of them are too big, aren't they? I feel like Limbo is a bit big and then Helvetic is a bit big. Do 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 do. There we go. Doesn't that look good? Yippee! Okay, 完成しました. I will just do a quick look through. We have Crow, Helvetica, Telta. Oh, I love her so much. Limbo, Mozu, and Shu. Yeah, there is something significantly wrong with you. I'm gonna fix you. I'm gonna redraw you later. Sorry. And that's it, folks. That's it for today. Don't you love Tilta? I love Tilta. Oh, I love Tilta so much. Okay. That's it, folks. Show's over. Thank you for coming to stream. I'm glad I got to do it for a bit longer than usual. 2.5 hours instead of like 1.5 hours. Because thank you, roommate, for not coming by. But yes, that will be it for today. I will see you all next week. I believe my roommate's gonna be away during the weekend, like the Friday, Saturday. So I could probably do it on Saturday. We'll see how scheduling goes, but I will see you next week. Bye. Thank you for coming by. じゃあね. Thank you to you nerd too. Do do do. Boom ba do ba do ba do.